Welcome to the Cole and Dre podcast. I'm Cole.
And this is Dre. What up, world?
All right, we got another special guest with us today.
Got a very special guest today.
Very. We got a whole nother Pro Bowler with us, man. We got I can't say the homie because I just met the nigga, but I like him already, right? So let me tell y'all what I like about him. First of all, this is the coolest thing about it, man. He got the coolest zodiac sign ever, Aquarius. Yeah, I got this shit too. But hey, man, welcome to the show. What's up, man?
I appreciate you having me on, man.
All right.
What's up, boss?
What's the deal, Chief?
What's up, homie? It's
Slow
been a minute, man.
Listen, I just got my teeth cleaned and everything. I'm ready to get on the show. Yeah.
Hey, work. So hold on. So Dre said we got Ken Hamilin coming on now. You know what it is? It's like, yeah, the nigga that played for the Seahawks. Nah, he played for the Cowboys. That's supposed to be your partner.
I mean, he played for the Seahawks, but we...
See,
he was drafted by the Seahawks.
There we go. So we go back that far. So you don't got to skip.
I ain't got to skip, but I'm just saying when I met him, you know what I'm saying? We spent a lot of time in Dallas. How about that? We spent a lot of time in Dallas.
We definitely did.
So if anybody know him and know me, they know we spent a lot of time in Dallas.
Boy.
I felt like I was a goddamn cowboy at one point.
I see you got a ring on. How long you been married?
9.
9 years.
9 years, man.
Okay. First marriage, second marriage, third marriage?
It won't be another one. This is it.
This is it? Okay.
Yeah, it won't be another one.
I mean, you know, you football, you sports figures,
No.
you know. I ain't gonna do it to you though. I just checking, you know what I'm saying?
See, when I met him, he was single.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
he didn't
man,
have
y'all having a ball.
Yeah.
It was,
I can't even explain. I mean, you know.
it was a different story back then.
Yeah.
Y'all know I got a saying. If y'all been watching the shit, if God made anything better than pussy, kept it for itself. You should enjoy it. So let's get on into this interview, man. So you got so you went to first of all, you from Memphis.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us a little bit about growing up in Memphis, because one thing I was just saying off air, dudes from Memphis and New Orleans, when them niggas get out, they don't go back. They just go back to visit. So it's like, I love my city, but I can't stay here with you niggas. I made it out of here.
Nah, I can come back and visit. And the crazy part, even when I went to Arkansas, for college, like when I would go back for the weekend or for, you know, when we get a break or something, a lot of my homeboys wouldn't let me stay past 2 or 3 days. I mean, it was like, all right, time for you to go back. Because they understood the goal and the plan and what I was trying to do. And it was every time I would go back, it was some type of somebody in jail, somebody getting killed, something going on. So it's just too much. There was a lot of negativity going on, especially in the neighborhood that I was in. It just wasn't. Where
you from? Where you from in Memphis?
From North Memphis.
Okay.
Yeah, North Memphis, Frazier.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it
you
just
ain't
you ain't from around Beale Street and Elvis Presley Boulevard.
No, not Elvis Presley. And the crazy part about Memphis, it is probably in a lot of areas. I mean, you think about like cats from the north side, cats from the south side. Like, I didn't leave North Memphis. Like, we didn't go out to, to the west side or go to the east Memphis and chill up. It wasn't a lot of that going on. You from North Memphis, you stay in North Memphis. Yeah. It wasn't, because once you get on the other side, you don't know what's going to happen and what's going to happen on the other side of town. So I chilled in North Memphis. I knew North Memphis very well. I knew how to get around North Memphis. We get on outside of that. Even when I would come back in town, I'd be on the other side. I'm all right, let me look up where we going, because I don't know. Man, nah. We ain't know that area like that.
Yeah, hey, when the last time you been to Memphis?
2003, Tyson fight.
Was that 03?
I believe it was 03. That was the one and only time I've been to Memphis.
I think it was like 05, Dre.
No. It was before that.
No, okay.
Facts. Well, you got your computer. You got your computer. 2000 might have been before 2003, might have been 2002.
Hey, we got this new shit called Google and it's
check it out.
Siri, right?
It'll tell you.
And I'm going to have to wait till Slim come on the show to tell you about that night.
When did Tyson and Lennox Lewis fight in Memphis?
At the Pyramid.
2002. He was close.
Okay, you were closer to me, Drake.
Yeah. I said it might have been before that, though. I just said that.
I sincerely apologize.
I told you I've been outside for a really long time, Cole.
And sometimes
I've been outside for a really long time. I said it might have been before that, though.
Yeah.
Before you looked
at why didn't I go to that fight? But okay. No. Okay.
I was disappointed because Tyson got his ass whooped, and I went to go see Tyson.
I kind of think I didn't go because I knew Tyson was gonna get beat.
Why? You should have told me.
Yeah, I'm a boxing fan.
You should have told me.
That's my favorite sport.
You should have told me.
So I can tell you, when it comes to boxing, it's rare that I'm wrong to see, from analyzing the fight on who gonna win or lose. Yeah. Like that fight with Canelo, everybody was telling me I was crazy. I said, man, Canelo might get knocked the fuck out this fight. Right. When he fought the guy, what's his name?
Vivo,
whatever the fuck, the Russian kid. I'm like,
he was too big.
This dude too big, and this dude is a real lightweight. Yeah, this is not a joke.
He was too big.
And speaking, we're gonna get off the subject real quickly. Okay, I'm gonna call you back. Hold on. Hey, man.
If
Hey,
he
man,
answers his
I'm
phone,
on the
this is what he
podcast,
do
but
during the
I say
podcast.
interview.
He will answer the phone.
Okay.
He don't give a
This
damn.
might
right,
be
cool.
a first.
No.
He's like, look here.
This
This
is
ain't
a
no
normal
hold
thing.
on. It ain't nothing. They're like, hello? Yeah, I'm doing the show.
Hey, man.
Yeah, what's up? And he don't even say, I'm going to call you. What? No, yeah.
So you know
No.
you can't get in the building after you can't get in the building after hours.
Hey, this
so.
is an everyday occurrence, man. The
That's
man don't give a
what's
damn
up.
about
Hey man, this
picking up that phone.
podcast.
But that's the money
shit,
phone, though.
Fun, right?
No question.
Hold on.
This, my real estate and my other shit.
Yeah.
Hold
This
on.
is what I do to
But
make money.
let me explain the money phone. The money phone, it's liable to be anybody on the other end of that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Just
I
so
ain't
you
gonna
know.
do it with you.
It'll
No.
be anybody on the end of
I ain't
that
gonna do it with you,
motherfucker.
though.
When I say the man got to roll a deck, the man got a
deep.
deck,
It's
man.
deep.
So let's go.
The man
so
got a deck.
I tell you what.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So we're gonna get back to the interview and get off this bullshit with Dre. But now we on boxing. Like I'm looking forward to this Crawford Earl Spence fight. That's probably the first fight that I don't have a definitive winner on.
Yeah, I mean,
It's been a
can go-
while
it can
since
go either
I've
way.
had where I can say, okay, I don't feel like this person is going to definitively win this fight. I personally think if they start exchanging, Crawford going to knock Earl Spence the fuck out.
Ooh.
If Earl Spence just stays on the
Box.
outside and box him, I
Yeah.
believe he can beat him.
See, I think the other way around. I think if they get the exchange, I think Earl gonna knock him out.
No.
I
He
think
gonna take
Earl.
that
I think
one
Earl's a
shot.
bigger puncher.
Yeah.
I think Earl's a bigger
Yeah.
I
puncher.
think he
But
can get one of them. Oh, okay, I got you type of shots where
He got better defense. Hey, go open the door downstairs for me. Thank you. He's got better defense. There's some other shit. Don't worry about it. I was talking to somebody out there. Y'all know what's fucked up.
Well, he had Uber Eats come. He had he had some other. Don't worry about it, y'all. We got it all handled on the back.
Got it
end.
all fixed.
We got it all handled on the back end.
So I know the reason. I think Terrence Crawford has better defense than
I mean,
Earl
I agree,
Spence.
but you said if they get into a close
So if
exchange,
in close,
I
so that's
think-
why I say his defense, I think, will serve him well. I feel like he'll be able to block a lot of those shots. He'll be able to anticipate where those shots are coming from. I think Earl Spence is probably a little quicker than Terrence Crawford. Yeah. But on the inside, that's more of Bud's fight. But it's going to be an
See,
exciting
I
fight.
got it the other way around. I think on the inside, I think Spence is pretty dangerous.
He's nice on the inside.
I think he's pretty
As long as the person on it that he fucking with is slower than him. He
We'll
got
see.
somebody that's equal.
I don't think it's gonna happen. We'll see.
I about to say, I think on the outside, Crawford, and I think he doesn't want to get into a brawl or something where
No.
you just swinging. I think he wants to keep it on the outside, jabs.
Well, both of them are
combos.
too smart for that shit.
Yeah,
both
I
of them
just-
are too smart.
yeah.
That's why they don't like
It's
black
gonna
fighters.
start slow,
This
too.
is
I don't
why-
think it's gonna happen though.
It's gonna
This is
start
why they
slow.
like Mexican. This is why we like Mexican fighters.
Okay,
They'll
they
get
just
in
go
there
out
and
and
just
brawl. Look.
goddamn make it exciting.
They
But
ready for their appointment at the hospital right after. That's it. They ready. Look, they
You know
coming.
what, man? I've
Sign
been
them
to
up.
the hospital with fighters, and have you ever seen anybody piss pure blood? Like
Yeah,
a lot
man.
of them piss pure blood.
Yes, sir.
I went to and we're gonna get to we in the interview, but I went to Diego Corrales and Jose Luis Castillo fight, best
Yeah.
fight I ever been to live, right? And Corrales was out of there. He spit his mouthpiece out twice, and he was out of there. He ended up winning.
Yeah.
We went to the dressing room, and his eyes was closed, and he was all on the bed, and Joe Goosen told him, man, I was finna stop the fight. That motherfucker raised up. He said, I fired my dad for stopping the fight. I'm a warrior. You let me die in the ring. Don't ever stop one of my fights. And laid back down. Nigga, I got chills. I thought it was in a Hollywood movie. Like, this nigga serious.
Yeah.
You just pissed pure blood. You want to die for real?
They don't
Yeah, he
matter.
took a lot of damage that fight.
Don't matter.
Yeah, nigga, shit. I don't want to die like that. I'm like Earl Spence. Earl Spence said, I don't want to die in the ring.
No.
I don't either. So let's get to the homie Ken Hamilin, man. So you've been out of the league now. Actually, before I say out of there, I'm working on this journalistic shit, right?
Yeah. The
So-
timeline. Of
Right, the
things.
timeline.
I get it.
Right?
No,
Yeah, you
we
get it.
good.
Thank
We
you.
here.
I got a great guest.
We
But
here.
we the kings of freestyling though. That's what
Yeah,
we do.
we freestyle and shit.
Yeah.
We have
But,
no format. We just talk shit and just talk.
Right.
It is.
This is the homie conversation because you
I
found
want to know.
do
I've
it.
always been interested in like going to Arkansas.
Yeah.
What was the difference before? Because we're gonna go through a quick timeline. What was your difference from leaving Memphis to go to Arkansas? What was that like?
I mean, you go from a school that might have been 98% black to a college that was 98% white.
Sound like you started fucking with white girls. Go ahead.
That's
kinda what I just heard
would've-
of them.
you know what? That would have been the thought, whatever. But my whole mentality has always been, whether it was there, whether I was in Seattle, listen, cars and planes go everywhere. I ain't got to sit there and be stuck with what's here, whatever. They go everywhere.
Facts.
So, I mean, look, at that time in Arkansas, whatever, I wasn't flying nobody nowhere. I ain't had no money, whatever. But look, cars can still go. With gas money was still, you can get $5, $10 somebody. That still was a good thing back in the day.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, the big difference, I mean, I think just the mentality that I had at Arkansas, we didn't have, you know, you think about in Houston now, you got these programs that got these weight programs and all that. We didn't have that. We had our locker room where we had some makeshift dumbbells and we had a bench over here and maybe a squat rack over here, and that's it. So it was all about grit and grind and just really just going to get what you wanted.
Right.
So to come from there and go to Arkansas and be in an actual program and be where, I mean, I put on 20 pounds in probably 2.5, 3 weeks.
Damn.
Hold on, how the fuck you do that?
Nah, I mean, because
20 good
so
pounds?
I played, because I played 4 sports in high school. So I was basketball, baseball, football, and ran track. I did baseball and track at the same time. So there was no breaks of, and of course I wasn't eating good. I was, you know, I'm just surviving out whatever was going on. So I didn't have, and then we didn't have a weight program to where they were, you know, you had protein shakes and all this type of stuff, whatever. Man, listen, you get it how you live. Track practice, our coach would come out there and say, hey, run around, go through Ridgecrest and come around the other block, whatever, and come home and y'all be done for the day. Like, it was, but we were successful.
Right.
Because we just knew how to, track season, we would roll up, everybody else rolling up in buses. Both of my coaches had pickup trucks. We roll in on the pickup truck.
On the back of that motherfucker?
On the back of the pickup truck. But every year.
At Arkansas?
No, this is in Memphis. This is still high school.
Okay.
So, but every year, we won the city, we won the region. We knew how to do things with it. So coming from that to going to an actual program where they had everything lined up, I mean, it was easy for me to put on me. I'm going straight into actually lifting and having the actual machines to lift on it. Then actually having a program where you can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, have the snacks, the protein shakes, and everything else. So it was easy for me to put on the weight.
Okay.
The coach seen me for the first time. He was like, where the rest of you at? Because I came in. I mean, I'm coming straight from track season. I was probably 180.
What position were you playing back then?
I was playing everything. High school, I was.
In high school, he was running back. I had to, you know, I did my homework today.
Hey, in high school,
he did a crash course in Ken Hamilin.
That's
why he was in the room.
Ken Hamilin crash course.
He did a crash course.
His computer almost shut down.
No, I didn't.
Hey, listen.
We not let you get away with that bullshit.
Wherever the ball was going to go, that's where I was at.
That's what's up.
Running back, receiver. I played everywhere on defense. I even kicked.
Ooh.
Listen,
Okay.
so I mean,
hold on, you was a kicker?
Oh, and listen.
Can
if
you
it needed to be done, I did it.
But can you kick though?
Hell no. This is the point. Look, but I made them though.
You mean like the extra points and shit?
Yeah, this wasn't that, get the angle and take 2 steps. No, I had that fucking square shoe. My coach would throw that bitch out there. I bullshit you not. I'm not playing. My coach would throw the square shoe out there. You throw that bitch on real quick before the clock run down, and I would kick that bitch straight line. Go ahead. I made him though, man. Look,
that's funny.
You got to
shit.
get it.
If I could do it over again, if I could play football, I would only want to be a kicker. I would practice from the age of 4
couldn't stand
all the way.
kickers, man.
I would only want to. They last.
So
longer
you
than
wanted that
everybody.
little bar?
He wanted that one
That's
bar.
why I never would do it. Because when I was in
That
junior
one
high
bar?
shit, you had that one bar.
Oh yeah.
I was never.
Who gives a fuck?
No, I
last-
did.
It was the.
It wasn't
okay.
cool. Wasn't nothing cool about that
You
shit.
played in the league for 8 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If you a good kicker, a decent kicker, this nigga was good. Okay, he wasn't no regular dude. Okay, to make the Pro Bowl at all in the NFL, you got to be elite.
Hey, listen.
So
if you did play kicker, your nerves would be shot. They were the worst, whatever mentality. Like their mental, they miss one. Oh, they the shit.
The whole team is.
This some bitches don't do nothing all day at practice, all week. Whatever they at Subway and Starbucks and everything else. While we in meetings from fucking 7 to 3 o'clock. These some bitches everywhere. You can't find them. They everywhere. They meetings last 20 minutes and what they got to do? Nothing.
Kick the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I would.
And that's what I would tell them too. You won't do nothing. You doing all this whatever during the week. You better not miss a kick. Oh.
Can you imagine being on the team and the kicker missed the kick to win Super Bowl?
What's the dude from Buffalo? Remember he missed that guy?
Scott Norwood.
Oh, yes, sir.
What's his name?
Scott Norwood.
Yeah, they should beat the shit out of this guy.
That's what I'm saying. So you want to be the guy that beat the shot up?
We had a kicker back-to-back years in college.
Still getting your paycheck, right? I mean,
hey, look.
Still got paid.
Hey, look. When you miss that kick, understand, whenever a kicker missing kicks in the game, they flying 3 or 4 of them, whatever, right that night.
Yep.
They on the plane coming. They got somebody on the phone calling them in.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
All you do is kick balls.
That's it. In college, we had 2 games, back-to-back seasons. We played against Ole Miss and Tennessee, 7 overtimes, 6 overtimes.
I remember the 7
in the 7 overtime and in the 6. In the second overtime, our kicker missed the kick to win the game both times. We won the Ole Miss one, lost the Tennessee one.
Okay, you don't want me to kick. And you have to wear the helmet. I ain't doing that.
I still think about it. He look like a little Irish or something.
Yeah, I'm not doing
terrible.
Okay. You're the retarded boy.
Oh.
That was bullshit.
So, yeah, I would have been the kicker. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about.
Okay. You could have been your
The
size.
kicker don't get
worry
hit.
about it.
Kicker ain't really getting hit. That's important.
He'd have been playing soccer
Did you see Sean Taylor? We smashed the punt at the time. Destroyed his ass.
In the Pro Bowl.
Destroyed
that was
him.
so disrespectful.
Yeah, Sean Taylor was out of line for that.
Nah, listen. Hey, let me tell you though.
Man was out of line.
Rest in peace, Sean Taylor. But that was
we can
back
fast forward, but there's certain cats, whatever they in that Pro Bowl, they take it like the year I went with agent AP. He took it serious.
The Pro Bowl?
The entire week, he said, I'm winning MVP. Like, there's certain cats, whatever, that take it beyond serious, whatever, and they go out and they play. Like me, 3.5 quarters, I could care less whatever we win. I'm just trying to make sure in the fourth quarter we close so we can win it so I can get that extra bread because
that's right. You get paid more for winning.
Look, I done flew my whole family out. I'm trying to pay for the trip. Look, hey, listen, we can do that. That's like going to Vegas. But look, if I can win and pay for the trip, that's a good win.
Yes, sir.
I can agree. So you played in Seattle. You got drafted. Well, we still in college. We're still in college.
Yeah.
I'm working on this journalistic thing, y'all. Work with me. You know what I mean? I'm getting good at this shit. I'm getting better. Y'all been telling me I'm
working
doing
on
better.
Yeah. There you go. I'm
working on it. Thank you, Dre.
But see, it wouldn't be so hard if he did his research. It would be just kind of flowing to him.
I mean, that's cool.
But he
I did my research. Matter of fact, I even got the laptop over here. I'm cheating today. From now on out, I'm a cheat.
Hey, look.
I'm going to cheat.
It won't stay on, but I mean, he got it, though.
He got
This
it.
nigga got a Cowboys uniform on over here.
Yeah,
So,
man.
We're not going to say that too loud, but it's my boy, so it's about the only Cowboy I fuck with, so you know.
Now, at the end of the day, listen.
No, I'm not doing that to you.
No, I'm not even finna go that way.
Okay,
Lord.
Cowboys is America's team.
Nah, I guess I'm not part of America. I'm in Houston. This ain't America.
It's just the reality of it. But so in Arkansas, leaving Memphis, going to Arkansas, you said 98% predominantly white school. Talking about the transition there, what was the big difference from high school to college, as far as the speed of the game, and then the speed of the game from college to the NFL?
I would say high school to college. I mean, of course, like I said, first off, I had to get my weight up. My mentality, I don't know. I always found a way to get have a chip on my shoulder, and just use that. I mean, it's so many cats that can be faster than me, that can be stronger than me, whatever. But I think my mentality has always been to go at cats. So I redshirted my first year, and it had me and one other guy that redshirted named Corey Warren. He was from Florida, Belle Glades. And he had the same mentality as me, because on the show team, we always came out there with the mentality of, we going to shut shit down today. Like, because we going against the first offense, so we going to make sure they understand. So we always had cats that would try to bully, certain players. We had a big receiver, Boo Williams. He went to play in New Orleans for the Saints. Boo was a play wide receiver. He's 6'5", about 245.
Yeah, big guy.
So he would always try to bully cats. So I could recall, like, just making sure that he understood, like, we on the show team, but that doesn't mean that we don't have the same skill as you. So I would make it my mission to go out and try to just kill him, basically.
But you know you have to be a different breed motherfucker to play football. Y'all are having train wrecks damn near every play.
Yeah, and especially defense. I mean, you got to understand, I mean, you are putting yourself in a situation where this cat is running full speed at you, and you trying to hit him regardless of his size. You trying to hit him a certain way and that's when you could play. We ain't talking about football now. That's when you could do anything to a cat. Like, I mean, and so that's why I sort of I gravitated.
I can't let you just get away with that as a journalist. So basically, what I just heard, because you got to understand what's said and what's heard, right? What he just said is the dudes in the league right now, y'all soft.
Yeah, it's a totally
the league
game.
rules are soft. I don't think it's the players.
There we go.
It's the rules.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you make the rules soft, it softens the play of certain cats too, whatever. Because now you think about it, even in basketball, football, whatever, they get hit a certain way. Everybody get hit close to their helmet. Now everybody want to point to their helmet and be like, "Oh, you hit me." Oh, you get somebody that's doing something. So now it's soft in the mentality of certain cats, whatever, in the game. Now they can still be real cats. It's not saying they're not real.
Yeah,
just,
I mean, but see, that's the thing. This is the thing on that, because like in basketball, I'm a Steph Curry fan. I think
that's my dude. That's my team.
No matter what era, he's still a great shooter. But I would like to see Anthony Mason putting a bow on his ass and Bill Laimbeer kicking him in his ass and I want to know what your heart like after that.
Well,
I'd like to see LeBron. What's your heart like?
If he would play back
if
then.
you gotta go through this, what's your heart like? I need to see that.
I think that's like with I think that's like with anybody though. I mean, if you gotta roughen your skin because the sun is beating a different way, then you're gonna do that to adapt to whatever situation you're in. If you live in here and the sun is a different type of way, and you go out of the country and it's a different, you're gonna adapt to whatever it is. So I think that cats adapt to whatever's able for them to do.
Okay,
we could play a certain way back then, and it is what it is. I mean, college for me, I think that year of me redshirting, I took that redshirting as okay, they act like I'm not ready to play. So that my mentality was already like, okay, I'm gonna show them I was ready to play.
Did you choose the red shirt or they chose the red shirt for you?
It was mutual. Okay. I was 180 pounds with that playing.
Hold on, you was 180 pounds after you gained 20 pounds?
No. When I came in, I was 120. Like so it was like they already was like, all right, you need time. Like you need time. Right. Then, not to disrespect who was in front of me either. I mean, Kenoy Kennedy was in front of me. He went to play, so he was.
Nigga, that ain't no disrespect.
No.
Nigga, bad motherfucker.
Yeah, he's bad.
Hey, but from him playing in college, whatever, he played, got drafted in the second round the next year, whatever. He played 8 years as well. So I mean, the way he played the game, I had him before me, and I had, of course, Atwater was at Arkansas too. So he was a cat that was like one of my mentors.
Lord,
coming out. Yeah, no.
Okay, no. I mean, what? I'm not lying.
Steve, okay, so
hold on, let me open this thing up back. No, but
see, I gotta you know why I gotta keep it locked? Because I got X videos and all kind of stuff on here. I mean,
it is a whole bunch of shit on the top.
Yeah,
you might want to close some of them out.
So yes,
you might want to close some of them out.
We don't want to see that shit.
That tab is.
We don't want to see that though.
No, I'm not gonna show. I mean,
we don't want to see that.
No, we got a family show.
No, so my
ain't shit family about this show,
but I was about to say, Lord. So I think that was the biggest thing is the red shirt. It sort of made my mentality where I wanted to prove myself even more, and then got to see the guys in front of me how they were playing. So and then of course playing in the SEC, you saw that it was a little. I mean the toughness of it too. So it was pretty easy to transition into what I wanted to do anyway.
So being that light and gaining that weight, when did you get the nickname the Hammer? Did you get that in the pros? Or you got that in college?
Actually, I got that my first year in the league. Actually, my first game.
Because you was known as a big hitter.
Yeah. I was a hitter in college too, but I remember Willie Williams. Willie Williams played like 15 years in the league. Played like 9 in Pittsburgh, then played like 7, 8, and like 7 in Seattle with me. But first game we played against New Orleans, and I had a hit on Dante Stallworth, and that hit sort of just made it a little bit more known. So it was like they started calling me like the Hammer, or whatever, but. Just made sense. I mean, because I was my mentality was always sit there like it wasn't about interceptions, especially my first couple of years. It was like, look, I'm coming to take cats out, period. And you could do it then too, so it made it even more enjoyable.
Okay. So progressing in Arkansas. What did you play? 3 years in Arkansas?
3.
Okay, yeah. I think that's what it was. I didn't see you go through the whole 4.
Yeah.
Did you go back and get your degree?
No.
Why not?
Listen, I gotta hear this from my mom all the time. Whatever. Like,
she need answers.
Well, first off, I said I'm not sending no resumes to nobody right now, so I don't need college graduate on there. Whatever. Also, and then they always say whatever. Well, your kids, whatever, they're gonna use that against you. No, they're not. Because I'm gonna tell them whatever I can give them my contract, whatever, and they can see why I didn't. Why I didn't.
Very good answer.
So it just depends. My thing is like going back and getting my degree. It would satisfy one person, my mom.
Right.
And other than that, it's not going to do anything else for me than what I'm doing. I'm my own boss, so I don't need.
I was just fucking with you.
No. I got you. I got you. But a lot of people go back, and I tried. Probably.
Really?
I did. I ain't gonna lie. I tried like probably 2 or 3 times, and I got through like a couple of days or a couple of weeks each time, and I was just like, "What am I doing?" Like.
I'm rich.
Why? Like
I'm already rich. Why am I in here?
So I had to take a class. I had to take a biology class. Now, this is intro to biology. And this is what I knew, whatever, that I wasn't probably going to do it. I go to Houston Community College. I got to be in person. It's not online. This is the one you got to do right there on the spot. First day, I look up and get the damn head of the biology department as my teacher. and he says that he doesn't want for people to leave this class and for his name to be attached to, somebody that's going to go and move forward in this. And so he's going to teach not intro. He's going to teach like elevated, advanced biology. I looked at him and said, "This is not what I want. It's not what I signed up for."
Definitely would have checked out.
And I dropped that immediately. So
we go from intro to advanced.
Oh no,
that's
no,
not
no,
what I
no,
signed
no.
up for.
No, we had a test the first day. I was like, "Yeah, this ain't it.
This ain't
it." I always tell my mom I'm looking for my dream team to get together so I can go ahead and get that degree. And then I went back to Arkansas. I was talking to my AD at Arkansas, and I was like, "Man, I want to get my degree." He was like, "Oh man, great. Now how many hours you got left?" This, that, and the other. I was like, No. I want to get my degree. And he kept saying, well, how many hours? I said, "You're not really getting what I'm saying.
I need that.
I can leave and go to University of Phoenix right now. They could probably just give me one, whatever, but I'm trying to get one there. How we going to work this out?"
This for my mama now.
I'm like, "Listen, I don't care what you put on there. Like, you put anything on there, whatever. I just want to get my degree." He wasn't feeling me. So,
I got you the first time you said it.
the
very first time you said it, I got it. So what is it like? Well, let me ask this question. What made you say I'm going to come out after 3 years and not go back to the fourth year? I've always wondered what's the decision-making process in that, as far as when athletes say, okay, I'm going to forego my senior year, I'm going to forego my junior year. What is that based on? You guys are getting enough feedback to say you're going to be drafted, or is it just a gut feeling that you have yourself? What is that based on?
Mine was a couple of things. So right after that season, I got a DUI. And
okay,
I'm gonna break it down. This is how it all like transpired.
Okay,
so got a DUI in college. It was a whole bunch. I mean, literally, I got a DUI, and so a lot of the police out there were like, it was a lot
program
of
friendly.
it was no.
They weren't program friendly?
It was a lot of profiling going on.
Oh,
It was a lot of shit going on. Whatever. So. When I got the DUI, I was out of town. I wasn't in Fayetteville. I was down a ways. So the day I had to go to court, my coach drove me down to the courthouse. So they ended up sending us to the wrong courthouse. So now we driving back to Fayetteville with a warrant. Now everybody that knows Arkansas football, like Arkansas football is like the NFL in Arkansas. So
Absolutely.
That shit hit the fan. Immediately, I couldn't even make it back into Fayetteville. That shit was already on every channel, everything. So got a warrant. So I'm basically stuck up in my house, whatever, like just waiting for my coach to tell me what to do next, because like damn near everybody looking for me at this time. so
got an APB out for a DUI.
So my head coach ended up getting the guy that basically is with him on the field during the games to come and pick me up so he can take me in, turn myself in, all this type of stuff. So before that, I call my mom. I got to get, money for this and all this type of stuff. So I go to meet with my homeboy so that he can follow us up there so he can get the money so I can get right back out. While I'm driving to go meet him, we're driving back. It should seem like it was slow motion, whatever, but a police car drove by us, dog. And he looked at me, I looked at him, and I seen this motherfucker do a Dukes of Hazzard spin in the road. And this wasn't the dude that was supposed to be meeting me or whatever to pick me up. So I look at my homeboy in the other car. I told him, "I'll meet you at the house." We both went different ways, and man, it was a whole like chase or whatever. All type of crazy shit. All this shit happened, whatever. And at that time, I just felt it was like constant. It was constant like profiling going on, constant things going on, and that. Plus the simple fact that with the DUI, they were going to, like, it was a Mothers Against Drunk Driving, all this type of stuff, all this stuff. So my coach was going to suspend me.
Okay.
And I told him, if you suspend me, I'm going to transfer. I'm going to just dip out or I'm going to leave. So didn't suspend me or whatever. I ended up being around for a little bit more. The grades came out on like where you would be if you did leave, all this type of stuff.
What do you mean the grades? What is
so when you put your name into the hat to leave early or to go to the draft,
it was much different back then.
Yeah.
Much different.
Way different. So they'll let you know where they think you might go.
Okay.
So they told me that I would probably go 4th round.
Okay.
I looked at who was coming out, and I really didn't care what they told me. I was already had my mindset on going out, whatever. But 4th round with the guys that were coming out, I just felt like it was going to be different than that. And so I was I made a decision just off of the simple fact that I just felt like it was time. My time was up.
Okay.
Right. So I needed to go ahead and make the next step, and that's when I decided my junior year to go ahead and go to the draft.
Okay. So you get to the draft, and you didn't go in the 4th round. You went in the 2nd round.
Yeah.
So
second safety taken. Troy Polamalu went before me. I actually thought because Buffalo was they had the 23rd, 24th pick, and they had been talking about picking me in the first round, and that was the same year Willis McGahee rehabbed his knee. That he tore his knee up, and so they ended up taking him with that first round pick. And after that pick, I put my phone on vibrate and put it on my chest, and I went to sleep. And when it rang again, it was Seattle that hit me up when they were saying they were drafting me.
Oh, wow.
Okay. That's still a great feeling.
Feeling. I mean, it was a great feeling. I just didn't. I mean, I'm from Memphis, man. I really hadn't been nowhere at that time, whatever. So when they said Washington, I was like, which one? Like, where we going? Like, you coming to Washington? I'm like, where?
I didn't know either.
Man.
I didn't know. Like, I like when I was going. See, I was in the Navy, so when they said I was going to Washington, I didn't know if
DC or you talking about
what the state was.
State?
And it was totally different. If y'all ain't never been, if y'all been to DC and you been to Washington, two totally different Washingtons.
Two totally different. And then
one is black, one is white.
No question. Then I looked at the distance. I'm like, ooh, they got me up in the corner, boy. I was way up there.
You was far.
Oh yeah, dip.
I stayed up there. I was up there for like 4 years.
It's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful city. The fan base is definitely all about the team and really.
Well, that's kind of all they got.
Well,
if we being honest.
Well, the Mariners, and they had the Sonics. So I mean, and Ray, Rashad, and them was still up there. So it was still.
Yeah, you gotta realize.
Hey, listen, I went to them games. It was still live up there.
Hey, man. Ray, you hate.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. You had
never heard you hate.
Pure shooters up there. Look, Ray and Rashad up there shooting, man.
I'm just saying that's all they had to support. Ain't
well,
much
Seattle has some. Let me tell y'all what Seattle does have.
Actually, I've never been.
Some
to
of the finest white girls in the entire world. I don't know what it is they're doing. To
that's how you judge your cities. Who got the whiteness?
But shout out to Seattle as well as Portland. Y'all got some fine white bitches up there.
You're missing the point, man.
Okay.
The one great thing with it also, I would say, great thing is that Vancouver is an hour and a half.
Woo! Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. What would you know about Vancouver?
See, look.
Hey, man.
See how he forgot that whole. He want to
lived
talk
in
about
Vancouver.
Portland.
That's all he want to talk about.
Hey, I lived in Vancouver. I wasn't coming back.
They kicked you out.
My mom wanted me to come back, and I really, literally, I thought, man, I'm like, I love Vancouver.
Yeah.
And I love Vancouver. That's what I just told you to do.
See, we got some more Uber Eats coming.
Okay, go ahead.
More Uber Eats coming.
All right.
Yeah, more Uber Eats.
You know what?
That's what we do up here, man.
Hey, listen, I ain't seen the food yet, but they've been coming through though.
No, he on a diet, man. He on a diet. He said he's on a diet.
You was
I
changing
did not
up.
say that. I said everything I see.
He said he eating seeded broccoli now. That's what he said.
Yeah, seeded broccoli. That's what it was.
He said.
I ain't got it. Hey man, y'all, do you know what? I've had a bad day eating today. I had.
What you eat today?
So my son wanted to try this chicken place, Dave's Hot Chicken or some shit.
I seen that.
So he said he wanted to try something that was extra hot over there. So me and him went over there. I took a piece of that. That wasn't for me. It was a little hot, but not my thing. So didn't eat that. I got back here. So baby say you haven't ate. So they went and bought some Dairy Queen. I took a bite of that shit. I was like, this is horrible. Sorry, Dairy Queen. Y'all I like y'all. This shit just wasn't right today, okay? So Dairy Queen to work. So then I end up going, well, you know where I went, Trey? Old Faithful.
Yeah. Papa's Barbecue.
Papa's Barbecue. Old Faithful. So I went to Old Faithful, got me a big beef rib, two big beef ribs, little beef sausage, and a Diet Coke.
That's the part I be so fucking confused on. You eat all that bullshit
and then want to do a Diet Coke and think he doing good. Think he doing good. I got a Diet Coke though. I never got that. I never really understood that part where you want to. Let me not go too far. I'm gonna get this Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
I realized that wasn't bad. Like really, because you got I had no carbs, so if I could just eat meat all day, I would be okay.
But Diet Coke's the worst shit you can have.
Everybody say red meat is so bad, this, that, and the other. And okay, we ain't gonna get in that. We still got Ken. You know what? We made Ken feel so comfortable. This nigga texting on the show now.
Yeah, I had to tell everybody I'm on the show.
Hey, man. Yeah. Hey, this ain't. You know what he just did?
Tell them they on
this
the
shit
show.
ain't real professional. This ain't ESPN or nothing.
You wouldn't believe the shit that they doing over here.
Did you expect anything less?
Oh shit! Come on,
Did you expect anything?
I like it. I like it.
So
I'm gonna make sure I got a ventilation thing up here
it's
next
hot
time. No, I'm just saying so I can smoke in here.
shit,
I'm gonna go ahead and put some things in here.
Yeah, we supposed to be getting that going, man. You know
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you know what?
Next year.
You want to get a Dre?
I mean,
You want to do that? You know why I didn't do it? Because I know Dre would be blowing blunts all day, and I don't even smoke.
Yeah.
But so I would be having to get high with Dre every day on the show.
Your left eye would be high as hell. That's all.
Yeah.
Say my left eye.
Your left eye would be high as hell.
But weed is from the earth. It's natural. It's better than Diet Coke.
I knew he was gonna say this.
It's better than Diet Coke.
Yeah, we don't know where that came from.
Well,
Yeah, we know what that came from.
No,
That's
not
true.
true. You know,
That's very true.
So let me tell you this.
That's very
'Cause
true.
We everywhere in this interview. So I went to this thing called Ho Class, right? We had a guest on here.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's for reformed prostitutes. But I went because we had Kathy Griffin on here.
Why did I go?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I was good.
Hey, my name is Ken.
I used to hold around.
Yeah. What kind of shit? Like, do y'all sit in a circle? Like, what?
Yeah, they really do.
Oh,
He loved telling this story, man.
So the lady say, you know, when is the last time? When was your last trick? And the girl, one girl, they had one girl in there. She was bad. I got to give one. She was really nice.
Oh,
and I was like, and she was like, I haven't had a trick for a year. And I was like, damn. And then one of them was like, well, I needed gas money to get here, so today. Like, what?
wow.
So, yeah, that's no bullshit. I can't make this
Hold
shit
on.
up.
My next question is this. Did you wait outside for them afterwards or whatever? Hey, sitting early like, I'm going to wait on. For that one.
I left early, man.
You still need some gas.
Man, y'all done forgot where I was going with this. I told you this for a reason.
What was the reason?
I forgot now.
Lord.
I was saying this for a reason, though. So
He terrible,
I
man.
went to the class. God damn, what the?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you went to the class.
no, because we had Kathy Griffin coming on. We got to do a whole nother part with her. She was wild. But I tell you one thing that I saw in this class.
Did you get you on the appointment book for next time?
No, I'm done.
Okay.
I can't do it.
Oh, okay.
He tried to get me to go with him. I was like,
Hey.
It was a dude in there too, right? Yeah, it's kind of like a prostitute as well as drug class, because most of them, I guess, they go together. But so the dude, she asked him, she said, "Are you high?" He said, She said, "What you on?" And he said, I just smoked me a blunt, but I'm not high." And she said, "Yeah, you is. You higher than research, my guy. How you think I do it?" I thought that was the funniest shit ever. So she said that's where I was going with this. So when she said that, he said he was only on weed and it was natural. And she said, "No, they lacing this weed with fentanyl now."
No, they lacing their weed with fentanyl. I don't smoke weed.
I'm just saying. How do you know?
I know.
Tell me how. I mean, you're an entrepreneur now. You're growing your own weed.
I mean, exactly.
Are
so I
you
know
watching
it
it?
I know it ain't got
Because they might be
fentanyl in
packaging
it
the shit
because
different.
you have to add fentanyl to weed. I'm not doing that.
It's not.
But what about your people? They might be
don't
adding.
grow together.
No.
I
They don't go together.
All right, we ain't gonna go.
They don't
so
go
listen,
together.
so Ken,
They're not
we
the same.
transitioning, man. We going through your.
We definitely transitioned. Come on. We just had whole class. We had boy. Hey, listen. Is that on this side of town, or you had to go travel far?
Oh, the craziest shit! It was actually in the It was actually, I think it's a precinct 1, a precinct 4.
Yeah,
It's actually,
Oh,
and
damn.
you got to know.
Yeah, she
Kathy,
worked for the city, right?
right. Like Kathy got like 26 or 27, 28 mug shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
so for her,
She ran with Rick James. She dated Rick James' brother.
Got
So
it.
she from that
like,
era.
and I knew her from just I'm Fifth Ward, right? So
Yeah, how you know?
I knew her from walking around in the ward.
Oh, okay.
Right?
walking
you know
around.
what I mean?
Walking around.
Yeah, like on Liberty Road, and just different
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
So and plus, well, I ain't
You
gonna-
didn't go to Hope class back then,
I'm trying to figure it. I'm trying to piece all this together because
I knew her as a kid. When I was a kid, I
What
knew
that
her.
mean?
Me going to my
That didn't
grandma's house.
change. That didn't change much. With
So you know what? I'm not gonna do it with y'all.
Boy,
I mean, you brought it up.
So
is that what the phone call was?
No, that's my man out of Mexico, man. I gotta call him back.
Don't be telling them about what we used to do back then.
I got a nigga on the show crazy.
Yeah, but y'all both Aquarius shit. You signed up for this. You do it before you got here.
It's all good. Oh, shit. So that's why I bought that up for, though, because, so now.
Yeah.
So we transitioning. We going somewhere. Like the pastor be saying in church, we're going somewhere. So you come through your football career. Before we get there, so I'm working on this journalistic shit.
Yeah.
So let's go back. So while you're in football, obviously everybody knows football is a short-lived career.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking? What type of businesses did you have while you were in the league, and what type of, I guess I won't say training. What do they give you? What type of tools do they give you guys as far as learning about how to deal with money, how to deal with family, how to deal with people when it comes to your money? Because the fact that you're a player, everybody feel like you just rich and, help me out, bro.
Back then, and that wasn't even that long ago, they didn't do a really good job. They would actually take all the rookies and take them. We went to somewhere in Florida, and you got every rookie in a room, and they would spend 2 days to describe everything that could possibly go on in your life.
Okay.
The worst thing you could possibly do, because after about 30, 45 minutes, ain't none of us paying attention. We got our mind on where we going that night or what we doing. So
Lawrence said that same shit.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a waste of time, because you can't bundle all the things that have gone on in my life, whatever, in a 2-day segment to try to tell me how to deal with all the different things. Now they do a good job, because it's a constant thing within each organization.
Okay.
And it's an ongoing thing throughout the year. But so nothing, to answer your question quickly. Basically, to give you a short answer, no, it wasn't much. So it was basically crash course. You're going to learn, and of course, you throw a whole bunch of money in anybody's bank account, it comes with a lot of different responsibilities. Absolutely. And a lot of different things and people pulling at you. So it was definitely interesting to sort of go from college, eating whatever you could possibly put together with your partners and your teammates, to where we going today. Like
going to the Needle in Seattle?
No, I didn't go to the Needle until maybe 2 or 3 years ago with my family.
Really?
I had never been there.
That's
Seen
cool
it all the time, whatever,
That's
but
cool
I actually checked it out a couple of years ago.
It's a cool look. You ever been, Ray?
No, I've never been to Seattle.
It's a little thing
Seattle's
that goes
dope,
around
man.
the city.
Yeah, I know what it is, but
Cool.
Yeah,
That's
dope.
cool look. I always ask people that because I ain't really. I'm gonna say I had a lot of money compared to most people I probably have, but I'm amazed.
Walking around on that street, whatever. I mean, you can stack up a lot of bread out there. I mean, clientele is definitely.
Oh man,
It's definitely
And you know what's the crazy
that.
part? I got more money in real estate than I did anywhere, like literally. So, I think in the beginning, like for me, it was kind of like my money didn't have no direction, so it was kind of like fuck it. I would try anything, I would do anything, I would help anybody, and then as this money get away. Actually, when the feds start taking your shit,
man, what you doing back there?
when the feds seize your account and you wake up with 8 figures and you go to bed without it, that should have changed everything in your life like
your whole mentality.
So I just got then it got to a point where okay, I understood this money got to have a direction, it's got to have a course, this shit got to be marked for something, and so I realized that obviously you had to realize that because now you have different business ventures that you're doing. And so we have a bit, even though we joke and we have a lot of fun, man, the primary basis of the show is pretty much to try to get back to business.
Absolutely.
And so from a business perspective right now, you've retired from the league. You guys, what do you guys, you got to play 4 years to get your retirement?
3 and 3. So 3 years and 3 games.
3 years and 3 games.
Yeah,
That's
a lot
all
of
this
people,
shit.
it's a lot of people that don't get that.
Right.
I mean,
Absolutely.
It's really. I mean, the average was I think around 2.5 years. For I mean, when you think about how many people coming into the league every year, there's a lot of them that fall right back out of there. So it's 3
years and 3 games, you get your
man.
retirement.
Yeah, you can start building it up. But it was cats. See, this is where, I mean, cats don't think bigger. I mean, we had cats where I think it was quarterly or I think a couple of times a year where you put in like 20 grand into the fund and the league will match it.
Yeah.
It's cats that wouldn't do it. They were like, nah, y'all ain't taking my money. Like, but you got to understand, like.
You niggas was dumb. Okay,
no. It was definitely not the smartest thing.
Not
but
a smart move.
it's
Y'all
not smart at all.
It just
but
wasn't a smart move.
They didn't know.
Yeah.
You all they thinking is that it's coming from their hand. From your
See,
hand
my buddy, he
to
used to put his last game check in there. His last game check, he would put in the
Shit,
pocket.
I'd be like, look, let me put in for them too. Let me get that. Right. If it was possible, I would. Because I mean, I just understood, and I think because it wasn't just that I had other cats that I was talking to, but I actually retained some of the shit they were saying.
Did your vets help
you out?
A
lot of times cats be talking to you, but you just don't retain shit, whatever. You always, you just want to have the fun, but you don't ever sit down and have real conversation with cats.
Right.
And I got the opportunity. Aaron Glenn was one cat that, I was always chopping up with him, and he was always telling me certain things. Like I told you off air, like, to get started with something before, even if it fails.
Right.
You get that fail out the way or whatever, so you can you can learn from it and move on. So he always would tell me about getting something going and getting. So that was the first thing I did was real estate, getting real estate, and actually starting to just build that up. So that you can have something, because of course you never know when, unless you are a lucky few, you end before you want to. So I understood that too, because you never know when an injury can happen. You never know when anything can happen. I've had multiple things happen that my career could have been done 4 or 5 years before it actually ended. So just never know.
Okay. So let's go to where you're at right now, which is the cigar brand.
Hold on. I want to get into that, but let's go to Dallas.
Let's go to Dallas.
You played for,
because y'all was hanging out in Dallas.
You played for America's team.
And he was single.
I mean, we don't get too many Cowboys in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? That's like the Rockstar team, man. So I want to know about. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So leaving from
Jerry
Seattle,
is an alumni.
Yeah. I mean, I've been knowing Jerry since I was in college. So I remember my wasn't the last game, but the playoff. So the game where Tony fumbled the ball when we was in Seattle. Mm-hmm. Every game that we would play against Dallas, me and Jerry would chop it up before the game. So this one was different because I'd already knew that I was ready to get up out of Seattle, and we were in our DB lines, and Jerry came over, and we just dapped it up, and he looked at me. He was like, "I'll talk to you in a couple months," and I was like, "Bet." I'm like, "Bet," because I had already told my agent, like, "Listen, it's time to go. It's time for me to part." Right. So and I told him too. I said, "Hey, listen, only down south teams."
Right.
I was like, "That's it."
You wanted to be around. You wanted to be back.
I wanted to get back down south, man. I mean, of course. So I had some things happen in Seattle where I damn near lost my life, whatever. So it was like I needed to get back down to my comfort level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So once we had that conversation, the summer came around, and I got to Dallas. And we worked. I mean, I sat in the hotel for about 5 days while they were working on a deal to get me to Dallas, get me to sign here in Dallas, and got it done.
Hey, so let me tell y'all what just happened. I like when profound things happen, So we're just having a regular conversation, right? And this man said, and so Jerry came over, and he's talking about Jerry Jones,
Absolutely.
the fucking owner of the Dallas Cowboys, but it's just Jerry to him. So Jerry came over and just dapped me up doing the DB workouts, just Jerry.
Yeah,
right.
man.
Old white boy Jerry, old white man Jerry.
Yeah.
Cool as shit.
Rich as shit.
No doubt.
Rich as shit.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No.
So, okay, that's cool. Just Jerry. I don't have friends like that. I just like Jerry just came over.
Hey, and the thing is, when you, of course, he played at Arkansas. That's the one thing cats don't really understand, whatever, that Jerry is one of the only, it might be the only owner that actually played the sport, and played it at a high level. I mean, he was an offensive lineman at Arkansas when they won the national championship.
Really?
So yeah,
I didn't know that.
Back in the '60s. So yeah, so hold on, let me open this back up for you. Yeah. So I mean, his passion is a little bit different than other cats.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So him and football have a better connection than some cats who just look at the bottom line.
Absolutely.
So our relationship is I mean, he's he how we party, whatever. That's Jerry. Jerry is like that. Jerry let you know, he always be tapping me like, they don't know how us Arkansas boys be partying. And I'm like, look, they don't know, because look, he can get it in.
I mean, y'all had a good team that year, man. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like, just coming down to that atmosphere in Dallas is always the excitement of, we going to do it this year.
No question. It's always that.
Yeah, it's always that.
That year we put together some numbers that, I mean, you think about it. We had a nice squad, but the problem was that the squad that we had, it was only a couple of us that had any type of playoff experience.
Right.
we had cats that was on the team, had been on the team for 8-9 years, but had zero playoff experience. And I mean, so it played its role in the game because we played against New York, both games in the regular season. We beat them.
Yep.
And the entire week leading up to it, whatever, everybody just was casual, like it was going to be the same shit.
Yeah, I was at that game, remember?
Yeah, man.
I was down there.
And trust me, I knew.
Jerry Jones, 80 years old, and he got $11 billion. Damn, Jerry.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they say $11.2 billion, that tells me Jerry got a little bit more because Jerry's sharp enough to know y'all ain't going to be able to count all his money.
Hey,
all right, so I just the shit over here. Yeah, so
I'm
Jerry
telling you.
fucking around.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Got the new yacht. Got the new yacht, too.
Yeah.
Got the new yacht.
I did not know he played. I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I learned something.
No,
so let's talk about your cigar line, man.
Yes, sir.
That Dre cutting up and rolling blunts with.
Oh,
Let's talk
damn.
about it.
No. I actually smoke them.
You actually smoke?
I actually smoke one, yeah.
I was just
Did
sitting
you bring a cigar?
You don't smoke.
No, I don't smoke.
I brought another cigar. I was actually, when I was waiting
That's
downstairs.
not your shit?
That's my shit.
He said I bought another one. Like,
No,
okay.
I bought another one. I was downstairs just waiting. I was smoking a cigar downstairs.
Okay.
Just chilling. So, yeah, but this is my cigar brand, The Arrival.
The Arrival.
It's probably been about a 3-4 year process of really just, I mean, I always laugh about it and joke with people like I had to sacrifice to go down to DR like a lot of times to work it and create it. Yeah. So, I mean, this type of work is, I can do this all day long. You sitting around, whatever, and you enjoying, go right ahead. You enjoying something that I enjoy doing anyway.
Right.
So, and to be able to create something and have people around me that are experienced with it and sort of get all the pluses and minuses from what they got going on, what they've done, and to be able to put it into a brand and be able to have somebody else try it, it's definitely it was definitely a fun process.
So what led you to that, though? What just said I'm going to do this?
Man, I've been smoking cigars for a while. Then it got, I guess, more and more as I got closer to retirement and started going to a lot of the different events. And when I went down to DR for this Pro Cigar Fest and just being in the factories, being around like the people who were the creators of it, the 4th and 5th generation cats. And it was like, why not me? I mean, I didn't see many of us out there. But again, that's like anything, whatever. It doesn't mean that we can't do it.
Facts.
So I wanted to be one of them cats. And I looked at it down the line. I mean, my son was real young, a baby at the time. But I'm thinking like, I'd have met some of these cats who are 18, 19. Their dad is a 3rd, 4th generation. They're 5th, and they are going in line to be the next cats in line. And I'm thinking, well, shit, why not? Deuce can be, I mean, he already plays. He's 7 years old. This something he be playing like he's smoking cigars already, whatever. So pisses his mama off. But I mean, and I took him down, and it just made it more and more like realistic, man. I took him down there a couple years ago, and just like his interaction, being around it. And just playing with it, whatever. But even, I mean, down there, they smoking cigars. They 12, 10 years old. They smoking cigars. But I look at this as something that you could possibly leave, man, and it could be something that he could take over and do something down the line and have him an opportunity to do something. So that wasn't passed on to me. That's something that a lot of us haven't been passed, down something
Facts.
to where.
My daddy ain't gave me shit.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just that opportunity, man, of something and growing something, building something from scratch, and just having an opportunity to grow on it.
So you was basically hands on in this process
All the way. That's the one thing I told them. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I told them when I even thought about doing it was that I don't want to just slap a band on it and say it's mine.
Yeah.
I want to actually go. So I was in DR probably. For the last 2 or 3 years, I was down there, and I was there like each time 7 to 10 days. I'm in the factory every day.
Right.
So, I mean, a lot of people was like, oh, you down there partying. Now, of course I'm going to have fun. I mean, I'm
we
down
know.
there with my folks, whatever.
We know, because they know you.
Yeah. And that was the best part about the factory that I actually did it with. I mean, it was organically how we met and sort of like clicked because I was going to the events, and it was just like all the time. We was always ended up at dinner. We was always ended up over at this spot, smoking here, smoking there, and it just became where it was like, you know what, this is going to fit. And so I was down there, man, and we were just going through everything, man. And it's a lot of smoking. It's a lot of, just trying different stuff and just creating what you possibly think that, not just what I like, but I think what would be good for the market too. So
You should have bought the box, man, so everybody can see the presentation of this
Cowboy
blue box that you got, man.
I'm gonna send the Uber Eats driver downstairs.
Box, that way we can tag it when we put it in.
You got a nice box too, man. It's nice.
So the box actually, instead of slapping my name on this and slapping football all over it, I wanted to bring in some of that in the band and in the box, whatever. So I did cowboy blue lid on the box, and then on the inside, because of the Seahawks, I have them like sort of bordered with the tobacco stems to make it look like it's a nest. Yeah. So Seahawks nest, Dallas Cowboy blue. So
the arrival.
Yes, sir. You have arrived.
You have arrived.
Yeah.
So if I'm smoking this, I have arrived.
No question about it.
Well,
give you that boss feel.
Man. Yeah.
Just cause you such a cool ass dude, man.
Oh shit, that's
he
yours.
Gonna choke himself.
Smoke one with you.
He gonna choke like a motherfucker.
Well, I'm not. I don't want to choke.
It's a good cigar though.
You smoke cigars, Pat?
It's a good cigar.
Big New, you smoke cigar? No.
It's a good cigar.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's a good cigar.
Y'all smoke weed? No. I don't know. I ain't seen you in a while.
Pause the tape, whatever. Yeah. No. Hey, nowadays, see, back in the day or whatever, you would say, you smoke with cat, be like, man, hold on, man.
Right.
Now it's like,
But you know what now? Everybody coming out. I was smoking before the game. I was doing this before the game.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody coming out.
Everybody being honest.
Which one of them players put everybody on blast?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I know.
Remember, I can't think of the players. Everybody smokes before the game. Everybody, the whole league smokes. I can't remember.
It could have been Stack Jack or Matt Barnes. There ain't no telling. They've been,
In Seattle, we were the only team that had our own plane. So we had our own private plane. Paul Allen we had our own private plane.
He rich as fuck too.
Oh, no question.
I met Paul Allen.
You did?
I was in '91.
Rest in peace, Paul.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to Paul Allen, man. He came to Black Angus, the restaurant, right? Him and three other people, and they were having this discussion. I guess I don't know what the hell they was talking, but it was kind of heated, right?
Yeah.
I was a waiter. I was in the Navy. And I called myself gonna get an extra job and be a waiter before I started running cigarettes back and forth from Canada, right? So
that's why you was there 6 months. Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't even know it was a fan case at the time. But the little dude and my partner in Vancouver, the girl, I was messing with this girl. Her brother was like, "Hey man, can you bring me those cigarettes?" And I was like, "Yeah, I honestly didn't know."
Across the border.
I'm in the Navy, so we just right across the border. And he kept ordering more and more cigarettes and more cigarettes.
Statute of limitations. Is that
I'm like, the statute of limitations over with. That shit was 30 years ago. So I'm like,
man,
anyway, hold on. So let me tell you the Paul Allen story. So the dude asked me a question at the table, like, I was getting ready to get off. I'm like, shit, this waiting shit ain't gonna work anyway, right? So he said, "What do you think, young man, about something?" And I said, "I'm really trying to get off and go have a ball." I said, "Look like you guys got some money already, so I can't understand what y'all having an argument about. If I had some money like y'all, I would just be happy." So they bust out laughing, right? Dude, it take the people that was there. He left me a $10,000 tip.
Wow.
I was so mad because he gave me his card.
Yeah.
And I was like, this bullshit motherfucker just ain't gonna even tip me. I didn't think it was real. I didn't know who the hell he was. I threw that shit away. I was so mad because I told him to pay me now. And they was like, "We gotta wait here. We don't normally get. This is not normal. We gotta wait till this clear." So I was like, "Okay." So dude just basically said, "Fuck me," right? That's how I felt. Like, so this is a joke.
Yeah.
It took about 4 or 5 days, man. Them people gave me that money. I had thrown that man card away, and the dude that told me, "Did I know who he was?" And I was like, "No, the white boy."
Hey, listen.
Yeah,
you would see Paul.
That's Bill Gates' boy, right? That was Bill Gates' boy. Yeah.
The man told me, man. The man said,
man.
"Hey, this is my card. I don't get that to everybody. I like you." And I threw it away because I thought it was a joke.
Well, he in heaven laughing at your ass right now.
No question about it. Yeah, no question about it. Hey, Paul.
Because I've heard nothing but good stories about Paul.
Paul is a dude. I mean, you would see him, and you would literally be like, "Man, that's a homeless cat, man." Just
right.
if you just seen him just out, whatever, you would think like that's that cat. But he was just quiet. But I mean, cat had his shit together.
Yeah.
Quiet.
He may have been the richest owner, right? At that time,
yeah,
I think he probably would still be the richest.
Because he owned the Portland Trailblazers too.
Yeah, because a guy for the Clippers, he's the richest NBA owner, if I'm not mistaken. Or whatever. Yeah,
Steve Ballmer.
Yeah, they all boys though. They all come from that Bill Gates tree.
No.
That goes back to Outliers. You got to read the book Outliers, and it'll tell you why they all rich.
Shh, I can only imagine.
No, but you got so we're gonna get off the subject again,
as we usually do.
Yeah,
but we're gonna get back to the arrival.
Okay, yeah,
because we've arrived.
Yeah, you have.
I'm a reader, so Outliers talks about like them being in Seattle, being in Washington. If you look at most of these tech billionaires, they come from the West Coast. They come from up that way. And back in 1968, the only school that had a computer system that these kids could work on was the University of Washington. Bill Gates' parents were bankers and attorneys and investment bankers and shit like that. And so him and all of his friends, they were able to go and use these computers. And what the book Outliers talks about is the fact that it's about having access and exposure to things. If you would have gave kids from Memphis exposure to the same shit, they would be the same way. You got to realize also they would have parents that would get them the game. Yeah. Your kids are going to be much better off. Like me and Dre talk right now. The NFL and the NBA, the likelihood of a kid, an inner city kid from Memphis making it is highly unlikely unless he gets somebody to sponsor him on an AAU team. Yep. Because if you don't, these kids are going to be so much more intellectually ahead of you mentally.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck how much talent you got. When you talking about football and basketball, the game is so mental. And so that mental, like even, so it said your 40 was, I was like, damn, this nigga slow. It said you was 4'6". I hit you with that shit, yeah. So I was like, this nigga slow. So, but that tells me that he had to have a hell of an IQ because he understood whether it be how to press you or whether to beat you to the spot. You had to do a very good job on studying film in order to be able to make up, not that that's slow, but it ain't 4.4 speed, it ain't 4.3 speed. But in order to be able to combat that, what that tells me is you were pretty sharp. And just me sitting there talking to you, I can tell it. So that tells me that intellect that has to be taught. I don't give a damn how naturally smart you are.
That's the problem.
If you don't have that exposure, you got a problem.
Absolutely. That's the problem with a lot of young cats, whatever, is that they think the athletic part is going to get them. And of course, that'd be the same cats when you go back to your hood, to your neighborhood, that say they coulda, shoulda, and woulda because they only use just their athletic part, never wanted to grow anything on anything else. Mm-hmm. I always told cats, man, it didn't matter who, it didn't matter. You know, you seen like the whole Aaron Rodgers with Brett Favre when he was like, oh, I ain't gonna teach him nothing, whatever this. My thing is, I don't mind who you bring in there, because here I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you here, whatever. Understanding it, picking it up quicker, and then when I get out on the field, whatever. It wasn't. I ain't running no 4.6, whatever. I ran a 4.49, whatever.
Okay,
but I
straighten
that up real quick.
I'm just telling you, so you need to get with these people at Google, man.
I ain't got to correct shit from Google. They ain't paying me.
Hold on, I'm gonna show you this shit. I was like, because I was kind of shocked. I'm like, damn, I know this nigga had to be
his
faster.
His shit still got the rainbow wheel on it. Hold on, look, come on.
Yeah.
Hold on,
it's still low.
Hold this shit up.
Everybody on their phone when that trying to say
yeah, hold on.
It says 4.6. I can't make this shit up. I wouldn't just say it that.
I feel you.
4.61 is what it said. I can remember. Because I was like, damn. I'd have thought he was a little.
Oh, there you go.
It told me you had to be.
Yeah.
Where you see that? See, 4.61.
I see it.
I'm like,
listen.
I gave the whole newfound respect for you. After I saw that, I said, this nigga smart.
Oh, yeah.
Because it told me, it said, okay, if you ran a 4.6 and you were a safety, that says that you had a hell of an IQ to be able to beat them to the spot on a consistent basis, and you also was able to knock the shit out of some people where they got to the spot a little bit slower.
It's still a lot of cats faster than me, whatever that. I mean, but I just felt like I don't care about all that because I know I got to use this other stuff, whatever, and they won't do that better than me.
Right.
So I tell you one thing that you had to be. I don't know. These numbers can't be right because they show from where you was at on the 20-yard split. So you got faster as you continued to run.
Yeah, man.
So you started off a little slow, but you got a hell of a lot faster.
I got long legs, man. You gotta let these things. You gotta let them stretch out.
I mean, football speed different than somebody just clocking with a clock.
So let's get back to the arrival here.
No question.
So what are your plans for the arrival?
I look at it as, I
look cool with this shit. Go ahead. You look at it as what?
You've arrived.
I feel like I've arrived. Right?
You have arrived. You got a lot cooler. You start leaning back and everything. Okay. No, so but no, it's something that just started, whatever. But I'm looking at it being an international company within the next 5 to 6 years. So, and I don't look at that as saying, okay, I got it in one store here, one store over here. No, but I mean actually the production, spreading out through the U.S. and then. I already got some stuff going on in Canada, and then from there we'll start branching off and doing some UK stuff. But, it's something that, looking to grow every year.
What are you learning from this opportunity right here? Like putting it out from a marketing perspective, from just a business overall perspective.
Well, yeah.
From understanding your demographics. What are you learning? What has shocked you most about this cigar line? What has shocked you most?
It's that's like my baby, whatever. So all the other businesses I have, I mean, it's not like organically just grown from the beginning. So, you know, and then I got partners and other stuff too. So this is just me.
Okay.
And so, you know, the demographics on having to deal with Dominican Republic and laws and you know, all the different rates and everything, all the stuff going on, and having to bring it to the States and the different things that you have to do, just all the logistics that you have to deal with to get the product from one place to the next. Also, you know, then developing the relationships with the different, whether it be a lounge, whether it be a store or anything like that. And it's all, I mean, it all goes back. My wife, she called me like what she say, the united, whatever she called me, because she said I'm good at building relationships.
Right.
I can see that.
I'm good at sitting down with somebody and we, you know, at the end of the day, we come up with something to make it happen. So that's something that organic I can do. But I've always said that I want this to be, you know, in the right places, not in every place. So, you know.
Y'all peep that game, that man just said. That's deep shit. In the right place, not in every place.
Not in every place, no, because it doesn't fit. And if it doesn't,
they went over some people here. Go ahead, yeah, they definitely went over some people here. I got it.
No, but because I mean, you know, I want to build relationships as well, which could grow beyond that, and
right?
Grow beyond this. So, if that's not something that somebody else is on, then I got to move on to the next stop.
I got you. Well, man, I can tell right now, like we have some of those interviews that we kind of like, okay, this one's going to be over. We could sit here and fuck with you all night, but I got some shit to do. So
I know that phone keep going to look. I'm about to say, Uber Eats, they all at the door waiting. So, I mean, you got to pay some type of bill.
So, man, I really enjoyed this interview, man. Thank you for coming on,
sir.
Man. And y'all make sure y'all go out and support the arrival, but only if you've arrived. If you on bullshit, this ain't really for you. This bullshit.
Yes, sir.
This bullshit. Matter of fact, I'm going to smoke one, and I hope this shit don't choke me, right?
It's going to choke.
I'm going to smoke one with you, Dre.
That's cool.
Man, you going to smoke a cigar.
Yeah, that's cool.
And if I choke, don't tell nobody, because I'm a lying and say I didn't.
Some real player shit.
Yeah, you going to smoke a cigar.
You got to sit back and relax with it.
Sit back and what does this make you feel like, smoking a cigar? I never understood it. What is the big deal about smoking a cigar? Because I see a lot of women smoking them too now.
It's relaxing to me.
It's a whole lifestyle around it, though. It's not just, I'm just smoking a cigar or whatever, but it's a lot more to it. It is more about that relaxing sort of, that you get off of work or you get done with something and having that time to yourself and sort of being able in your own space, or at the same time being with other people and enjoying that sort of camaraderie.
That celebratory moment, too. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know the question I didn't ask.
What's that?
How much does it cost to arrive?
Hey, listen. So the one you had,
depending on what country you're in.
Exactly. Yeah. Boy, if you're in Vegas, it's one way. If it's here, no. But
right, absolutely.
So I got 3 different sizes of this one blend. It's $10, $12, and $14.
Yeah. What you say that ain't bad?
Not bad at all.
Really? How much do cigars cost?
A box.
A box.
Well, it's 25 in each box too, so it's $250, $300, and $350 for a box. Yeah. So 10 a piece, 12 a piece.
Nigga, you can't put these in. You talking about I want them in the right place? Shit, they can only be in the right place. The average broke person can't afford this.
That's not true.
That's not true.
No,
yes, it is. How many broke dudes paying Well, you know what? You're right. Because I had to tell one of the little homies. He told me, "Man, I want a house like yours. Man, this house nice." And I said, "So let me get this straight. You just told me." You spend $200 a day on your weed. You can afford this house. That's $6,000 a month. And he said, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't know why you didn't. So you're right. I apologize. So if y'all smoke good weed, you can arrive.
Hey, but if you smoking $200 a day, you smoking the wrong shit.
Yeah.
Come out at your boy.
They smoking the wrong shit.
$200 a day.
That's what he said. He said he spends about $200 a day.
My weed habit is kind of high, but that's not $200 a day. You smoking too much.
And he wasn't lying either.
I believe him.
Like, matter of fact, you know him. He smokes the best of the best.
I do too, but I mean, you know.
Shout out to you, Logan, man. I don't know how that $200 a day weed habit is working. I think it should
tap in with your boy, Logan.
I think that shit breaking your ass now.
Tap in with your boy, Logan.
Yeah, because you ain't been smoking as much. You know, you talking about you was trying to back up, but I know what it is. It's that $200 a day wearing your ass out. Shout out to you, homie.
That's a bit much.
I called your name out. I fuck with you though. You know what I'm saying?
That's my boy, Logan. Shout out to Logan.
Hey, man, you know. Hey, man, so.
He terrible, man. He terrible.
Hey, that's the little homie, man. I'm trying to help
that's
him, man.
my boy.
I ain't gonna call him out enough. Hey, Logan, yeah, but, God. Oh, Lord.
He terrible,
I got to
man.
tell him about this.
Hey, bro, we appreciate you coming by. It's good seeing you as always, man. Much love and respect, always. You know what I'm saying? This has been a great show.
Yes,
I'm sorry my co-host put you through the blender like this, man.
Here.
He terrible, man.
Hey, we got to get Wikipedia straight, man. Wikipedia straight. Y'all got the man running the 461. The numbers are not correct. But you know what that made me say? See, anybody know football?
Yeah.
If you running the 461 as a safety, you got to be hella goddamn smart. Because that means you have to be intellectually totally in tune to make up for that space. I'm going to take
that compliment. Don't change it.
Don't change it?
I was slow as hell, but I'm smart as hell. There we go. Yeah.
That's how I looked at it.
There we go.
I was intrigued when I read it. I said,
well, don't lose it when I said it was
I already didn't figure it out. You sharp.
Okay.
You made it out of Memphis. You didn't go back to Memphis. you left Seattle. You ain't go back to Seattle.
Yeah.
You went to Dallas to the Cowboys, and then you came to the city of Houston. Shit, you sharp as they come. Yeah. All those sound like great moves to me.
Great moves.
And you have arrived. See, everybody ain't arrived, man. So, hey, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in to the show.
Yes,
Thanks very much, man. We got Pro Bowler Ken Hamilin in the building. This has been a great interview. I really enjoyed it. Make sure y'all pick up a box of these cigars. We'll have them on there. Make sure you give us the link so they can purchase those cigars. Matter of fact, I'm gonna buy a box. So you got a box. He sold a box to me right now, and because I like to arrive.
I got that limited edition box in the car.
Oh shit!
Yeah. That's a $2,000 box.
Fuck the football player. This nigga salesman too. So with all that being said, thank y'all for tuning into the Cole and Dre podcast, man. I'm Cole,
and this is Dre, and we out.
Peace.
Hey, man, what time it is, man? Hey, relentless. Hey, Cole, boss straight, 2 mother, watch your mouth. No count, all facts like what you talking about. Boy, listen and pay attention to what we talking about. We can show you how to make 100,000 in the drought.